smells like rotten meat.
This is the Dark World cafeteria.
At least there are receptionists in the Dark World.
This creature behind the bar seems friendly.
Oh, this is Hank's Diner.
He doesn't look like he's gonna eat me anyway.
That's right. Okay. So Dark Worlders are friendly in Dark Sea 2, which just kind of takes away from the whole oppressive atmosphere thing.
I would like one pulsating butt you have in the background, please.
But we don't have much food now. The
See,
deliveries have
unfortunately,
stopped.
the ancients are oppressing the friendly Dark Worlders.
What is there to eat around here?
I still have some rations of liquefied entrails in my
We got liquefied entrails at least.
Very filling.
We can also take that Metroid that's on the bar there.
Sure is empty.
It's actually a step up from what's at Hank's Bar.
Regulars don't come around much anymore.
I'll like a cherry soda, please.
I mean, at least they give you something here.
I get a few of the privileged workers every now and then,
Oh
but
man,
that's
the
about
privileged
it.
workers. I hate them. They are the
Someone take over
1%.
the Dark World?
Yes, the invaders from space. Everyone calls them
Every
the ancients.
conversation Mike Dawson has is
Taken
just
over our
boring as
world.
fuck. Even
They want
with,
everything from their space.
even with an alien.
They use their millions to maintain control.
Shut up.
Who are the ancients?
What do you mean, who are they? They're the people who injected your head with the embryo in the first game. You know this.
Did the ancients know Rita?
I resign myself to death.
Speaking of death,
When did the ancients first arrive?
More than a
let's
year
just
ago.
get an entire history of the
Few
ancients.
months were very bloody.
Go to Dark World Wikipedia, you idiot.
Our government fell. The
So what
ancients
part
now
of the
control our
face of the
judges
Dark World
and the
jukebox do you have to
Drecket
push to make it work?
Do the
Is that
ancients
it
have
there?
total
Did you see that
control
thing
over the Dark
crawling in the
World?
background?
Yeah.
I'm looking for anything here.
Now we're a police state. And I'd steer clear of the Hall of Justice if I were you.
Yeah.
The Super Friends are
Dark
involved in
justices
this?
are not very friendly toward strangers.
How could they not be?
Especially those who are...
Well, no, they're called the super foes here. Get it?
Right,
Dark World.
Dark World, yeah.
Right.
Who are the minions?
We never meet the
The
minions.
troopers who enforce the ancients' decrees, and
Oh,
the
wait.
justices who administer
Then that
them.
might be Ikaduke.
We have no
I
one
don't
to
know, who
defend us
cares?
any longer.
I'm totally
Troopers are all
improvising all
dead
this, by the way.
or imprisoned.
You know, if I just didn't stand in front of Ikaduke's machine gun, I'm sure I'd be fine.
Those not chosen to be killed must obey the ancients' will. We no longer lead our own lives.
You know what's funny is for such like a Nazi stormtrooper state, all the streets seem really barren.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on.
No, not really.
Truth, light, and justice. It's all
Surprised
done
Mike
now.
wasn't immediately mugged and killed.
Damn it, I hate when you're in a dialogue tree and more questions spawn. It's
Those
like
who choose
torture.
will work for the ancients.
Can't you just do the Mass Effect, we'll talk later?
I wish you would just be like, look, you idiot, the ancients are evil. That's what I'm getting
Peering out
at
of the
here.
walls every now and then.
Them? They're electro vermin chewing on the
By
power.
the way, I'm the calmest evil alien you've ever
Just
met.
about my only customers.
But I'm surprisingly tense as well, given my hand position.
Anything unusual going on?
Wait a minute, he just gave you this whole like, the ancients are impressive. Like, anything unusual?
Aside from being enslaved by a master
even he's
race
being
of alien
sarcastic.
beings, not much.
Is there anyone to lead a revolt?
That's exactly the kind of talk revolutionary leaders are made of. Anyone here already revolting? Well, might as well.
Well, there wasn't anyone to lead our revolt until you walked in.
Of course, there was one old fool who tried to
Mike
lead a
Dawson, the
revolt.
face of
The
rebellion.
ancients locked him up next door.
His face all confused on a red t-shirt everywhere.
I'll see you around.
Alright.
So I wasn't listening too much. Did I miss anything important?
If I'm
No.
not scheduled to be fed to a life force,
He's just saying, oh man, there's no food because the evil ancients, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, let's just take the fucking Metroid there.
Oh,
Those tubes look like they're filled with a sickening blend of blood and pus.
What? It's delicious. Take it. Take the Metroid.
Just looking at this maggoty carcass makes me sick. No wonder nobody's eating here.
I can't tell if I'm in the Dark World version of Hank's Bar or Hank's Bar.
Do you mind if I take this delicacy?
Look,
with
he's
me?
taking it, and he's asking
take it,
permission.
human. No one else is left to eat it but the vermin.
Which is you.
Basically. I can't stand this maggoty carcass. Yeah, I'll take one.
I could have sworn I saw something looking at me.
A
Well, of
couple
course you-
dozen or so times now.
Yeah, really. Talk to the safety pin lady.
This looks like a woman's head suspended from the ceiling.
Thank you,
There's a
Mike.
button on the
Sounds
side.
mildly concerned at that.
These sunglasses look like a safety
To be
pin.
sorry. To be not able to sing at this time.
Oh, get it?
To be damaged by vermin.
Dark World jukebox.
I knew it.
Good. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
And then it plays Can't Get No Satisfaction.
There's our Dark World meat.
This might be some kind of meat, but it's slimy and rancid.
I thought it was full of maggots, too. Like, you're just disgusting and you smell bad. That's the takeaway, no matter what your inventory is. So next should be the pool hall, if I remember.
Yep, next door.
Yep. That's right. So there's Melissa, who's sucking on that pipe. Get it?
Yes.
And there's what's his face, Jimmy, who's
Playing with himself?
I guess so.
What is he doing?
Jeez, and I thought Melissa was a chain smoker.
Shut up.
Keep away, you insect. I'm ventilating.
Sounds just like Rita.
By the way, touching that thing on the ceiling is instant death. Well,
The light bulb?
just throwing that out there.
Contraption
Yes.
made out of hypodermic
The one he
needles.
technically can't reach.
Wait, what's made out of hypodermic needles?
The thing in the back he's looking at.
This
The,
creature
the
inside this
Dark World
crystal
pool
is
hall,
stimulated by
aka
the
heroin
energy.
table.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone this deliriously happy.
What? He doesn't look happy. Wait, who's he talking about? Oh, there's a thing in the ceiling, in the light bulb.
Oh, that's what's deliriously happy?
Yeah, I don't know what that corresponds to exactly.
This sick creature has intravenous bottles plugged directly into his body.
And that's Dark World Slughead.
Don't bother
You know our
me,
friend
human.
Slughead?
Can't you see I'm floating?
What?
Bro! Leave me alone, bro. Hey, I'm toking up on my
Controls
nips.
for the power door.
So this door is locked in the Dark World, sadly. So we can't go meet Dark World Slim.
Kind of
Ow.
electronic lock on
Not
this
yet,
door.
anyway.
I can't open it.
You can't do much of anything, Mike. Come the fuck on. What have you been successful at in this game? What do we got next?
Brilliant scene right there.
Great, perfect.
Loved it. 10 out of 10.
Next up is Sheriff Church Morgue, I think. Isn't that all? Oh no, there's Paul.
No, there's
and,
Paul and
Rita's house, which is guarded by the deputy.
yeah,
Right.
deputy guy. Yeah.
So I think this is Paul's
This
house.
building reminds me of some project I messed up in shop class.
What?
This isn't Paul's house. This is 50% of Darkseid 2's budget we're looking at. Holy shit!
How bad do you have to mess up in shot class to produce
These
this?
must be the controls for the power door.
What? What power door?
There's some kind of electronic lock on this door.
Oh,
Can't open it.
no, I'm sorry. This is Dr. Sims and the hardware store. And then Paul's next
Yeah,
door
then
to that,
Paul
I
and
think.
then deputy
Yeah.
and then sheriff.
Yeah.
Morgue.
Yep.
This is either a Dark World Armory, or I've wandered into a gun shop in Los Angeles.
Excuse me?
What stupid topical humor is that?
West Coasters, right?
I think this is more like a Dark World sex shop, Mike. You really don't understand the world.
This Dark Worlder looks like some kind of craftsman.
Compensating for something.
With a giant phallic region. We can just talk to him
Nice,
or
nice hair, by the way.
just pick one, Mike. Come on, they're not that hard.
Who are you?
I'm a simple craftsman, skilled in the arts of binding.
Don't mind
metal
what I'm
with
doing right
flesh.
now.
I build biomechanical appendages.
I'm just gonna.
How
let me-
much?
What are biomechanical appendages?
I think if I
Organic
hammer
and
this 46
mechanical
more
weapons
times
that
and
connect
alternate with rubbing,
hand
it'll be about right.
I'm working on the veins
your
right now.
body. They are controlled by your nervous
Yeah,
system,
guns.
just
I guess we
like
could call it that.
Hey, can I get one of these biomechanical appendages from you?
Mike.
Mike,
For a
do you
price.
understand proportions?
I trade and sell my work. Right now, I could use a triggering device.
Well, I don't know where we'd get that.
Like this coat
Why
hanger?
can't you just build a triggering
Wait,
device?
why wouldn't a gunsmith be able to build a triggering device?
Supplies of
It's
metal
kind of an important part of a
difficult
gun.
to
Because he's in the
obtain
dark
since the
world.
ancients took
Oh
over.
yeah. Or no, the ancients are
Everything is
restricting
being
his
reserved
metal
for the power
something.
center. But if you can find me a metal triggering device, I'll build you a weapon.
What is this
It's
place?
a gunsmith. What?
A weaponry and
Kind of
supply
established
shop.
that, Dawson. Come
I
on.
create
We call this the
weapons
Dark World
used
Pink
by
Pussycat
the
Boutique.
lackeys that serve our masters.
Why are all of your doors designed for round people?
What are you working on now?
I am building a grenade launching crossbow A special
I've
I
always
couldn't-
wanted an appendage that does that.
I couldn't decide on crossbow and grenade launcher. And then my wife said, well, why not?
Are in such high demand these days. Parts are hard
I'm
to
sorry I
come by.
can't stop hammering while talking to you. I'm very
Who are
busy.
your masters?
The
There's a
ancients.
shocker.
They force us to work for them or die. Those
Thanks for the sound
monsters.
effects in that one part
At
only.
least I
You
am
don't seem to be
able
working very hard
practice
for being
my
forced to
craft.
do so under pain of death.
Excuse me, if you're a Dark World alien, why do you have a haircut?
The ancients forced us to have...
So, if this really is the hardware store, Dark World, that would be Paul with the hose, because Paul owns the hardware store.
Rather than kill us outright,
But if it's... Wait, it was on the left, so I guess technically that should be Dr. Sims, the psychiatrist.
Well, if you showed me Paul and this guy, I would assume this guy was from the light world.
How can the ancients be defeated?
Can one of the questions be, could you put a shirt on, please?
there was
The ancients stole all of our clothing.
was his name.
Except for that cafeteria guy's tank top.
And my toupee.
Me to build a power lock to
And
confine
my
them
hammer.
behind the recreation
By the way, would you like an alien head? It's on the left.
Who are the lackeys?
God. Are you going to buy something, Light Worlder?
craftsmen like me, the Dreketh Guard, the justices, privileged workers. We are
shut
all
up, you
under the
idiots.
ancients' rule, and we will remain so until we die.
Well, then nothing to do but hammer the gun.
Well, this is all very interesting, but I must be leaving. I'm sure I'll be back.
I don't. He's such a Nancy
Do you
boy.
think
Oh,
you
and can I
have
use
a
your bathroom and not
choice?
buy anything?
The Dark World bathroom pees on
These look
you.
like weapons, but they're so bizarre
In
that I'm not too
HR
sure.
Geek or Dark World.
Some of them almost look alive.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, well. Can we please just leave now? What?
The weapons are protected by a force field.
We
A
didn't have the
force
budget
field?
to make the force field.
Force field here represented by duck farting. Alright, get the fuck out of here, Mike. You're boring the shit out of me again.
It's the last thing
Oh.
everyone says to Mike Dawson.
Yeah, it's the hardware store because it's on the right. So Dr. Sims would be on the left. This is
What a magnificent structure.
this.
It looks like a temple, but I can't imagine that Dark Worlders would find anything
This is
worthy of
the
worship.
late world. This has a trailer with patio furniture on the roof. FYI.
And think
And
about
I'm-
it.
Should I go in there? Delicious. If somebody was watering this, what would it look like? There we are.
This place gives me the creeps.
Unlike everything else
Even
I've
in the
seen.
normal world, I feel uneasy
Hey, look on
about
the right.
attending
That girl
church,
is missing a head.
especially since my father
I didn't get
died.
the creeps before, but boobs.
These are the sexiest Dark World boobs
This
ever.
book must be quite old. The binding is badly cracked and
He's
split.
talking about the boobs.
I can barely make out the title. Necronomicon.
Shut the fuck up. I wish Bruce Campbell
There's a
would come in
picture
here
of
and
my
kill
old
him.
house in Woodland Hills.
I don't even mean Ash, I mean the actor Bruce Campbell.
This chapter is about how I stopped the ancients' first plan to conquer the normal world.
And how embarrassed they were about it.
The book on tape, I was played by a really
That's the
whiny
keeper of
guy.
the scrolls. She is such a beautiful creature.
Excuse me?
What?
He's,
Well, I'm over Rita now.
I don't recognize this figure.
okay.
That's how I introduce myself
That's
to
the
people as
keeper
well.
of the light.
Here's an
I wish I
excerpt
had a
from
chance
that
to
book.
speak with her longer before
the
she
battery
died.
still works, I said.
I wish I knew
And then he's
how to
like,
invoke
man,
the
I'm
power of
crazy.
these
Why did I
eyes."
tie a rope to my house? Alright.
This dark worlder has a regal air about her despite being held captive in a power beam.
And then he's like, and I like the view from down here, wink. Oh god, I hate Mike so much.
Excuse me, can you help me?
I am the High Priestess of the Temple of the Triangle. Welcome,
Temple of
and
the
learn what I have
Triangle.
to
Temple of
teach.
the Triangle.
I'm a 5-year-old for laughing
What
at
is
that,
this
but I
place?
still am.
This temple was constructed eons ago as a place of worship for Dark World beings. Originally, it was set up to honor the points of the
And
triangle.
we're talking again.
Yeah.
Of course, all that
Yeah.
is now gone.
It's like the low point of these videos.
Tell me
That's
about
all
the
that
points of
Darkseid
the
2 is.
Tell,
Points of the triangle were the basis
tell me
of our
tell me
religion.
what a man and a woman does when they love each other in the Dark World.
By the light.
Teach me the ways of
Knowledge
Dark World
represented
love.
by the
Even that would be a
scrolls,
boring
and
conversation.
justice
Just because
represented by the
Dawson's
sun.
involved. Dawson would just say, "Ew, that's disgusting."
The light illuminates
Tell me
our
about Dark
lives,
World's second
shines
base.
with
He says as he
universal
has a moldy,
It
maggoty
will
thing in his
obliterate the
jacket.
darkness of all that is false or evil.